Oh, well, hello, it is Tease. Good day, good afternoon, good evening. I hope all are well, hope all are safe. Excuse the background noise in advance. But I just wanted to squeeze this out really quickly because I heard a saying, well, kind of like, there was a man, he was pretty much saying, like, they only want to see you when you laid out on your back or when you dead. Like, basically, if you're in a casket, people will come out in the droves. But, let's say, like, you have a business opening, people probably won't come out for that. It's like people they come out to make sure you're dead. I only say that because, like, to me, I found that, like, so true because, like, the aspect, they only want to see you when you're on your back in either aspect, even in a dead aspect or even in a sexual aspect. I guess we'll start with the dead since we were talking about that. But remember how recently when I mentioned, the young man who grew up in the church, we grew up in the church, he went to the church that we grew up at, and he recently was, gunned down. But I'm certain if he had a graduation, maybe a few people would come out. Even, graduations are limited anyway, but it's like, okay, who would tune in on that? Probably not so many people, you know. But they said at his funeral, they said hundreds of people were there, maybe about 300 people. And it's like, okay, yeah, you have a lot of family, maybe the family here, there, and everywhere. But it's like, would they come out like that in the droves for your business opening? Let's say like, okay, well, damn, or even I graduated, or I just opened my business, grand opening, come on out, whether you're out of town or outer space, whatever. It's like, will people really drop what they're doing to go to your business opening like that? And sometimes people will think like, oh, well, death is certain circumstances, or that's kind of like up there with the holidays. Like, okay, only certain times and days where you can get off. But it's like, again, in my intention, would I really go out of my way to, I guess, even if I do get the approval from anywhere, or have the funds or whatever, will I really where the hell would you main likely see? Would I see a lot of people at my business opening, or I'll see a lot of people at my damn funeral? And like I say, and I found that very true. Cause like I say, people will come out in the droves, people you haven't seen literally. And I love my Arizona family. And like I say, it is what it is. Times are crazy. And from 20 years ago, like I think it's maybe literally the year of 2000, maybe 2000 or 2002. I actually seen my Arizona family who I haven't seen literally 20 years. Like, okay, I just felt like it's been forever since I've seen you. And we literally only came back together when our grandfather died. Not saying that we all came out to see him, deceased, but literally that was what brought everyone together. Like, okay, grandpa died, and literally my long lost family from Arizona, like these are literally like the OGs, like true down, I mean straight down family members. But it's like we literally will only see each other if someone dies, like I say. So after the grandpa dies, like I said, the family I haven't seen in 20 years come back. Oh my God, it's been so long since I've seen y'all. So good to see you. But it's like never seen them again. And it's like, and I understand, people have their own things going on, but it's like in that aspect, just notice how it literally will take a death. And I'm not saying in this aspect that's what we wanted. Like, okay, I'm going to come out to see you on your back, but that's just to show you though, it's like people don't really. I mean, even though okay, I probably really want to. Also, Toma just talked through this sound effects too. But it's like I probably really do want to go to your business opening. But it's like, okay, other things going on. Maybe got family, children. Probably even have maybe fun problems like you can't get around, due to finances. Okay, fine. But what about in the sexual aspect? So let's say like, okay, I'm okay about to open a business again, or I'm graduating. You can't attend online, because with COVID out and everything. So how many people will log in or, hey, I want to see you graduate. But it's like if you have a porno that got released, male or female, I think a lot of people will tune in on that. Or they probably, or even in disbelief. Oh, she's in a porno, let me see. And they probably will sit down and watch every minute of it. Versus sitting down and watching your graduation or your grand opening. I don't know, maybe I'm just explaining it in such a tacky way, but I just feel like you would have a lot more fans, kind of like, oh, you're worth more dead than alive. And I think a lot of people, I'm going to your funeral to make sure you're dead or to see if that's really you. Yeah, so, and I don't want to say that it should or would take a tragedy to come together to finally see people, but I don't know, just something about being laid out on your back. Even a dead body, just a regular old, like, that would go viral. Or someone just gets shot or someone gets burned to death. Like, they'll watch you in pain. You know, they'll come out to watch you in pain, so to speak. But it's like, well, they come out to, would anybody come out to help you though? You know, so it's like they'll watch you get gunned down in the streets, and they're like, nobody will help you though. They'll watch though. But it's like nobody will, you know, nobody, I don't know. And that's why I'm just like so suspicious when it comes to people, and I just look at people like, you know, because you just never know like what's on their mind, you know, what's really going on. And literally, like, I notice and I see everything, and like I said, it could just be like, okay, well, you're just doing too much. But sometimes you'll wish, when you get yourself in a pickle, you're like, oh damn, I wish I wouldn't have jumped in that car. I wish I would have just listened. I wish I wouldn't have said that. You know, you would wish you would have done things differently anyway. So you might as well just follow that gut feeling, or go with that first vibe or something. Like, just go with what's right. Don't try to remix nothing, or and don't try to make a square fit in a circle. It's just like things have to, you know, have to make sense. Yeah, but literally, and it's like, I don't know, it's almost, I don't know, it's kind of like, I don't want to see people want to see you like that, or they kind of get off on it. But there's some people too, they like to give the news, oh, you know, what's the name just spilled over, you know, it's like they want to be, they get pleasure in letting people know that you expired, you know, so to speak. And it's kind of like euphoric, is it the word, or euphoric? Because some people actually get off on that too. I mean, I don't want it to sound creepy, but they do. And I don't want to say I witnessed a situation like this, to where someone literally was reported on the death of a loved one, and I don't want to say they had passionate, they made passionate love, but something to that nature, more or less of that scenario, so to speak. And I'm thinking sometimes when we wake up and smell the roses, you'll just be surprised what things really are. And I'm thinking if you can accept that, it wouldn't be so bad. If we're just gonna accept things for how they are, and accept people for who they are. Believe what you see and believe what you hear. You know, if it's what your eyes really seen and your ears really heard, hold the deception, and it's like, just accept that and maneuver around the truth. You know, I think a lot of people, you're just so stuck in like, oh my goodness, I cannot believe that, or that was so mind blowing. Oh my gosh, or did you really just push me down the stairs? And it's probably true. So stay calm. Stay calm and just believe what you just heard, you know, and seen and experienced. But I don't know, I thought I'd put that bug and epiphany out there. I just found that very interesting, how the aspect of only when you're on your back, I come out, I want to witness it, you know. I want to know if you're really dead. Is that you in that porno? You know, I'll probably watch that. And I probably won't go to your graduation or your grand opening. But anyway, or even your baptism. But anyway, but hope all are well, hope all are safe.